Hello, and welcome to Ideas with Diana on September 28, 2024. Today, I'd like to talk about an issue that I had with an apartment that I'm renting. Um, the apartment that I'm renting is I'm concerned with the management being too aggressive, and I've had bedding taken out that's cost about $300 and had to spend about $700, which I don't have, um, to pay for extra storage because there's one manager that's trying to get everyone on Clutter due to the new management policy of spying on everyone, which caused the last manager to have a nervous breakdown and leave. And because she didn't want to spy on everyone, and she trusted everyone, but when I called my state representative, my state senator, who's a Democrat, the one person I normally talk to is very good. He referred me to a one person that would help talk about the legal aspects of this issue. The one person called back. She called back on Wednesday. What happens? I was helping someone and I couldn't call back. And on Thursday, what happened was I wasn't feeling well, and then but I did call back in the afternoon, and then she called back on Friday morning, and I had one of my days where I did get depressed, and I self was getting up late, and she said, "Well, I can't talk. I got to go." And but I was rushed as to explain what the situation was, and basically then she said, "Well, what's this really about?" And then um, I felt low confidence in this, and I asked her about, well, what about compensation for the bank? She said, well, no, and then she just gave me a number to Wisconsin Legal Aid, which in Wisconsin is useless because Legal Aid in Wisconsin is underfunded, they're overworked, and they cherry pick cases as to what they'll take. That's why I'll still stay with Legal Shield. But my point is basically is my problem is not something that can be discussed in basically a few minutes. There is a lot of background, and when I did go into part of the background, she said, "Well, I don't want to hear about this and such and such and such and such." And well, what I feel is I feel like basically I haven't been helped. It would have been better to talk with the one person I normally talk to at Senator Wirtz's office than Paula. I don't think Paula helped me in my matter. And what happened was I had the phone on speaker because I had to go in the other room to get the other extension phone. And when I hung up, I heard comments afterwards about which made me feel uncomfortable about how I was perceived at the other end of the line. Although she didn't want me to speak on speaker, I was on speaker with her, so there's someone else listening in. I don't like this two type of attitude like that. The reason I put on speaker because it's easier for me to talk and write notes if I need to, and that though, and stuff like that though. And people say, well, we can't hear on speaker, and so my point is, um, if the Democrats are going to do the same thing like this, like I ran into a poll where they say, well, the rush, they don't have time to listen and badger, and then make odd comments at the end of the phone call when they think no one else is listening. Um, it's not surprising why people will continue to vote for Donald Trump. I mean, basically, and also vote for alternative to Uniparty. Because if the Uniparty does not does feels rushed and feels that certain people like myself, their matters with their apartment and their fears of being homeless again are unfounded or just being crazy, fine. I'll vote against the Uniparty, and I still am planning to like that though, and that's why I'll be voting for Donald Trump. But the issue about this is, um, I know part of the thing is what I'm going to have to do is give more supplemental income. But the problem is that my health costs without insurance costs $30,000 a year. But what happens if I need to get more supplemental income? It's not going to get by getting help from the Uniparty. It's going to be getting help from Donald Trump's people, like Vance and others, because they realize that basically when you do have when you do have proper money, some of the issues I'm going through, you won't go through because you don't have to rent from funny people. And so basically, if that's what it takes, but again, I thought basically one turnaround would help change the Uniparty to correct their bad habits. But no, based on my phone call, basically on Thursday, no, I'm still upset about it. I still call Bob Orch's office to talk with the one person I normally talk to, but as far as Paula, I'm very disappointed with the conversation we had, and if this is the way the Democrats are going to act, is basically rush and badger people. And then when I do give details, they say, "Well, you don't want to hear that." Sorry, Uniparty's not for me. I'll still be sticking with the alternative, which means Donald Trump, basically. So I'm still keeping an open mind, but I need to see change. Well, let me know what you think. This is Ideas with Diana, and the best way to reach me is on YouTube or on Twitter or X at Diana18 or Ideas with Diana. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk with you soon.